am Greg Stoll, Professor of Theater. On behalf of the faculty, we congratulate the class of 2020 on your graduation and welcome family and friends. Please stand for our national anthem. Please be seated.
Good morning. I am Nina Mikulewski, Provost of the University of Mary Washington. As the institution's Chief Academic Officer, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this undergraduate and graduate commencement ceremony. I commend the degree recipients on your outstanding achievements, and I welcome the family members and friends who join the graduates in this very special celebration. And welcome back, 2020. We are so happy to see you here. We missed you. It is now, yes, welcome. It is now my privilege to introduce Troy D. Pano, President of the University of Mary Washington.
Thank you, Dr. Mikulewski. Distinguished guests, parents, family members, and most especially, the class of 2020. If the old saying is true, the greater the challenge, the greater the reward. Today's commencement is a true celebration of the reward of overcoming extraordinary challenges. Your class will undoubtedly go down in the annals of Mary Washington history. This commencement, while unusual, will be among its most meaningful. You have had a rare chance to reflect on your Mary Washington experience for a year before coming back with your classmates, friends, and family to memorialize what you have gone through and accomplished together. Time gives you the gift of perspective and allows you to more fully appreciate the meaning of this occasion, of this moment in time. I often wish I could go back to some of the momentous occasions in my life so I could be more fully appreciative of their meaning. In the intervening 12 months since finishing your education at Mary Washington, I hope you have had time to reflect on the meaning of your education, experiences, and the faculty, advisors, mentors, and friends you made here. I hope you have been able to fully appreciate the gift of being a part of a community where so many people have invested in your life and your success. And I'm going to go off script here just for a second. I got to tell you, this is one of the most emotional commencement ceremonies I've been at. And that's including ones that have involved family members like my daughters. I think of everything that you've been through and your family, but I also think of the people here who've invested so much in your life and on this occasion. I wish you had a sense of how much people have worked to have this moment with you so that you could come back here to Mary Washington and have this experience. I also hope you appreciate that this is merely the beginning of a journey for you that will be filled with great challenges, but also tremendous rewards. If along that journey you ever need a sense of belonging, to be a part of a community where you matter, know that Mary Washington is always here. I once read a great description of the difference between happiness and joy that relates to this occasion. Happiness is the feeling a graduate has when they walk across the stage. But joy is the feeling that moms, dads, and loved ones have when they watch that graduate walk across the stage. Well, maybe we really are family here at Mary Washington, because when I look out at you, I am filled with joy. I'm so proud of you. Take pride in what you've accomplished and use your Mary Washington education experience as a foundation to lead a life of meaning and purpose. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ted Hantz to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Visitors.
Thank you, President Payno. To our parents, families, friends, distinguished guests, I welcome you on behalf of the University of Mary Washington's Board of Visitors, our institution's governing board. The board is honored to participate in this ceremony, and each of us shares a deep dedication to this institution. To the graduating class of 2020, we offer our sincere congratulations for all that you have accomplished during your time at Mary Washington. We are confident that you are fully prepared for your life's journey, and we wish you the very best.
I now invite Lillian Luster to the podium to deliver welcoming remarks on behalf of the senior class. Lillian.
Hey everyone! I am so excited to be here today. My name is Lily Lester. I use she, her pronouns, and I am a proud first-generation graduate of the class of 2020. At UMW, I had a few involvements, but I am here today as the treasurer of your class. I'm going to be fully honest with you all. This time last year, right around when all of this was already supposed to be happening, the only thing that I could feel was anger. And I know some of you feel the same. I was so mad at the loss of my last semester and all of the stuff that was supposed to come with it. I was devastated that my time at this fantastic place with you fantastic people was cut short. And the year since has been turbulent. I've seen my friends struggling to find jobs and decide next steps. I've seen all of you navigating what it means to live in this world post-grad, which is not something a lot of commencement speakers get to say. I've seen you protect yourselves and your people. I've seen you become leaders and activists. I've seen you take to the streets to fight injustices in Fredericksburg and in your home communities. And I've seen you come together and carry on in a way that is so moving and inspiring. In the year since our first graduation, as with all of you, I've learned a lot. I think the most important lesson that I learned is that many things can be true at once. We are able to feel emotions that are sometimes completely opposite, all at the same time. So now I stand here before you, still mad, but also proud. I am so proud of our class and of our generation for the way that we have shown up in the worst year that many of us have experienced. You all have displayed resilience beyond measure. I am so proud of you. You should be so proud of you. UMW is really lucky to have a class like us. I would also like to take this time to say congratulations to our 2020 winner of the Pinchmit Award, Dr. Melissa Wells of the College of Education. This award, selected by the graduating seniors, honors the memory of a longtime professor of biology who served as a role model and practitioner of exceptional liberal arts teaching, as well as a generous and tireless contributor of service to her colleagues, her students, and the institution at large. The recipient is selected by students as the professor we are most likely to remember as the one who had the greatest impact on our lives. Dr. Wells is a leader in the movement to provide college students with access to affordable course resources. Thank you for all you've done for our class. And thank you, class of 2020, for giving me something to miss so freaking much. I love you all. Get dirty.
Thank you, Lillian. President Payno, I am now honored to present to you, the faculty, and to the family and friends of the 2020 graduating class, several groups of graduates whose outstanding academic achievements have earned them special recognition. So graduates, are you listening? Will the students who have received awards for outstanding achievements in your majors, departmental honors, graduates from the University Honors Program, and those graduating with distinction, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, will all of you who have received those kinds of academic honors and achievements in your time here, please stand, and family, let us congratulate them. Turn around, graduates. You've got people waving at you. You need to wave back. There you go. Thank you. We now move to the recognition of degrees. Mr. President, please come forward. Will all the degree recipients in the class of 2020 please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have completed their degrees.
Will the platform party please rise for the confirmation of the degrees? By virtue of the authority vested in me as president by the rector and visitors of the University of Mary Washington, and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby declare those gathered here today who have completed all degree requirements to be graduates of the University of Mary Washington, with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. I now call forward the graduates.
Julia Suzanne Friels Kuliasha. What's your name? Malian Oviedo. Natasha Hasso Smith. Nicole Anne-Marie McCormick. Jonathan D. Fisher. Alyssa C. Rulin. Joseph P. Sabeski. Patricia Cabrera. Connor McLean. Emily R. Sherman. Adam Newberger. Thor G. Smalling. Ashton M. Ledbetter. Larry Lewis Cox. Nicole C. Taylor. Rhiannon Lee Mooney. Danielle N. Morris. Norris. Danielle N. Norris. Noah Paul Strobel. Savannah L. Rowland. Hannah G. Manning. Christina Marie Montemorano. Tracy Smalls. Stefano Carlo Coronado. Isabel Alexandria Attard. Alyssa J. Winkler. Elizabeth N. Haas. What's her name? This is her name. Gabrielle Lourdes Radoy. Rachel Beth Thayer. Bradley Dean McCabe. Ryan Delaney Gorham. Karen Cassine. Sean Thomas. Javon O'Neill Jones. Stephanie Ann Hine. Andrea J. Sanabria. Alexis Wilson. Haley V. Dillon. Gregory Hallahan. Rahima Morshed. Zareen Suba Imdad. Megan Ann Lintemuth. Andy Luong. Asia Kusar. Matthew Glenn Ross Gaddy. Samuel E. Taylor III. Thomas Wayne Meldrum. Desiree M. Warlick. Raina N. Irby. Jasmine M. Williams. Ebony O. Mayo. Rebecca Lynn Bronner. Alexis R. Erb. Susan Renee Ballou. Catherine Elise Cosgriff. Ana Gabriela Leon Silva. Anna Rose Higginbotham. Richard Dale Clark Higginbotham. Zoe P. Fox. Victoria Fortune. Sean Catherine Lum. Erin J. McNamara. Mary Margaret Dean Burns. Momol Judah. Mehak in Judah. Ibrar Tariq. Adam Atticus Shaney. Junaid Alam. Muhammad T. Khan. Ashley Skurlock. Allison M. Woods. Michael Jason Ayers. Emmanuel Neil Smith. Katie Ju-Young Cho. Jason Tillerson Jr. Silder Lopez Paz. Molly C. Rist. Elizabeth Della Rova.
Congratulations again to all graduates of the University of Mary Washington. I'm going to wait a second so the rest of your classmates can join us. I think we have one more over there. Okay, now the momentous occasion. You may now move the tassels on your mortar boards to the left side as a symbol that you are now graduates of the University of Mary Washington. Wear that distinction with pride. I wish you every success and happiness in the years ahead. Thank you.
Congratulations again, class of 2020. You are very special to us. Now, to welcome you into the family of UMW alumni, it is my great pleasure to introduce the immediate past president of 1968, Donna.
Good morning, class of 2020. I've missed you too. I was planning to be here with you last May, and everybody else was going to be telling you goodbye. I was going to get to tell you hello and welcome to the other side of the family, the Alumni Association. And then everything changed, but not our enthusiasm. Sorry, I forgot. Not our enthusiasm for welcoming you into the distinguished Alumni Association, more than 40,000 proud alums of this university. Last year, I was supposed to be encouraging you to stay connected to your alma mater, and that hasn't changed. You were robbed of time here on campus with your professors and with your friends. Fortunately, the Alumni Association can provide those opportunities for you still. The events that usually keep us connected to Mary Wash and to each other had to transition to virtual ones. for social gatherings in regional networks around the country, and for online learning experiences like Mary Talks. But there are still many ways to stay engaged. Sooner rather than later, we will really be able to be together again, and we hope you'll come back to campus, meet up with your friends at homecoming and reunion weekend, enjoying old memories and making some new ones. Last year, I was planning to wish you sufficient wealth and abundant health, and hoping that in time you would know which of those was the most important. Little did I know, I could not have imagined how quickly you would have to learn that life lesson. But here we are a year later, and we are still wishing you all the best and reminding you that you will always be part of the Mary Washington family. So on behalf of the Alumni Association, we are here for you. Please take care of yourselves and keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Our ceremony will now conclude in a few moments with the alma mater. We respectfully request that you remain seated in your places until the conclusion of the recessional. At the conclusion of the graduate recessional, ushers will dismiss all of our guests by rows. Now, please, all of you stand for the alma mater.